Jordan Phelps Jackson III. Hello, I'm your host, Eli Gale Tykets. And tonight, our first guests on the M Factor are the infamous Cohen brothers, MJ and CJ. MJ, please tell us about your act tonight.
Our first act is based on one of the recently passed acts in Congress.
Oh, well, doesn't that sound interesting?
Yes, sir, and it allows for the operation of lottery in the District of Columbia.
Well, doesn't that sound controversial? Good luck to both of you tonight in your act.
Thank you.
Thank you.
MJ and CJ were feeling lucky, so they went to buy some lottery tickets during their stay in the District of Columbia. They then proceeded to cross the border into Virginia, where it is illegal to have a lottery.
Who wants a ticket?
They then tried to sell the tickets to the Virginians. They then were arrested for violating Virginian state law.
Get on the wall!
They were then fined $100. And due to a guilty sentence in Virginian court, they were jailed. And now, I'm here with the Cohen brothers to come and see just what the judges thought of their performance tonight. Paula?
Well, I mean, y'all's performance was awesome. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. But you did kind of violate a Virginia state law by selling lottery tickets in the state of Virginia. So, despite the fact that I think you guys did a wonderful job and that you're very, very talented people, I'm gonna have to say no.
Well, that was a little disappointing. Now let's go to Randy and see what he thought.
Alright, y'all two. I understand that you just trying to hustle yourself, man. I understand that. Bought those tickets legally in the District of Columbia, but it's illegal to sell them in Virginia, and you can't do that. I mean, I get it, man. You gotta hustle, gotta get your money. Everybody about making money. But it was illegal what you did, son, and you violated state law. Therefore, it is a no for me.
And with Mr. Jackson's bad reviews being a second shot to the Cohen brothers' wicket, we now go to Sir Simon Elverkovich.
I've seen some pretty great performances on that stage up there, but that had to be one of the most bloody, embarrassing things I've ever seen in my life. Just the utter stupidity of not just the performance, of your actions just blows my mind. The fact that not only you bought them legally in Washington, D.C., you sold them illegally in the Commonwealth of Virginia. That just boggles my mind, the fact that you would have the audacity to pull off such a stupid maneuver. No, that's a no for me. No.
Well, I'm very disappointed to say that 3 no's is an obvious no-go to the next stage on this show. So next week we'll be at a different venue. I'm sorry to say that. Audience, you've been lovely, and we'll see you next week.
Hey man, this verdict violates our constitutional rights.
Well, isn't this exciting, ladies and gentlemen? This calls for us to also bring it to the Supreme Justice tiebreaker, Mr. John Marshall, all the way in Washington, D.C. Let's get him, ladies and gentlemen, let's get him.
No! This is bloody ridiculous. The Supreme Court has no constitutional power to review a case that's already come to a verdict in the state of Virginia. There's no bloody way the Supreme Court has any power in this case.
And now, to the Supreme Justice, John Marshall with his view on the case.
Well, in this case, we are allowed to intervene because the people, or the defendants, said that their constitutional rights were violated. And this ever happens, the Supreme Court is allowed to intervene.
So, Mr. Marshall, you're telling me that you believe that you have the right to intervene in this case?
Yes, but only because the defendants said that their constitutional rights were violated. And I said before, if that happens, we as the Supreme Court need to intervene.
So, what you're telling me is that the Supreme Court now has the power to intervene into state cases, into any state case, basically, that involves an issue like this.
Yes.
So, now that that has been established, what is your verdict on their act?
I do not believe that their constitutional rights were violated. They bought tickets in the District of Columbia, which were only sanctioned for the District of Columbia, and then tried to sell them in Virginia. And because of this, they also broke Virginia law. So therefore, they violated 2 laws, and therefore, they are guilty.
So,
This is Virginia!